Let's be real, we all want our money to go further, especially when it feels like the cost of absolutely everything is on the rise. So today, we're going to dig into two very different but equally clever playbooks for stretching your dollar. Let's jump right in. It really is the question on everyone's mind, right? Do you focus on squeezing every last cent out of your budget, or do you make every single dollar you spend work harder for you? Turns out the smartest answer might just be a little bit of both. So we're going to look at this through the eyes of two real people with two totally different philosophies. On one hand, you've got the saver, who is all about mastering their daily expenses. And on the other, the spender, whose goal is to maximize the value of every single transaction. Two paths, but they're both heading toward the same goal: financial savvy.
Okay, let's kick things off with our savers and their pretty intense mission to survive on just $20 a day for all their food and transport. It sounds simple, but where did that number even come from?
Well, if you look at the data on how the average Singaporean actually spends their money, you see something pretty interesting. About a third of their day-to-day expenses go to just two things: food and transport. And this chart right here, it really shows you just how quickly those costs can add up. And when you do the math, when you break down that average monthly spend, it comes out to roughly $20 a day. For a lot of people, that's a realistic, if kind of tight, budget. For others, it's a huge wake-up call about how the average person actually gets by.
And I mean, it is tight. After a pretty normal day, a few meals, taking the train, our Challenger was left with just over $1 to spare. Think about that. One unplanned coffee, one slightly longer trip, and the entire day's budget is blown. So how on earth do you stick to this without just giving up on everything?
Well, you find a hack. You find a clever way to beat the system and get incredible value where most people don't even think to look. For our saver, that secret weapon was an app that takes on food waste. And the way it works is honestly surprisingly simple. Using an app, let's call it Treat, you find these great restaurants or even hotel buffets that have surplus food. Right before they close up for the night, you pay a small flat fee and you get to pack a box with as much of that amazing food as you can possibly fit. It's a total game changer. And the value you get is just incredible. For what you'd normally pay for one cheap meal, people like Chris are packing enough food for both lunch and dinner. So you're not just saving money, you're eating really high-quality food, and you're helping to fight food waste all at the same time. Okay, let's switch gears. Time for our second playbook. This one isn't about cutting back on costs. No, this is for the person who's already spending the money, but just isn't getting anything back for it. This is all about turning your everyday spending into real, tangible rewards, like, say, free flights. So meet Muna. She was using her credit card for pretty much everything, but had somehow only scraped together less than 50,000 miles in a whole year. Then the experts told her she could be earning that same amount in just 3 to 4 months. The gap between her reality and her potential was just massive. The problem wasn't how much she was spending, it was how she was spending. So to unlock that potential, you've got to know the tools of the trade. Broadly speaking, credit cards come in 3 main flavors. You've got cashback, which is super simple. You get a percentage of what you spend back on your bill. Then there are miles cards, which turn your dollars into flights. And finally, rewards cards, which give you points you can trade for vouchers and other stuff. There's no single best card. The best one is the one that actually fits your goals. Now, this is where the strategy really kicks in. See, Muna was using just one general all-purpose miles card, and it was earning her a little over 1 mile for every dollar she spent. But by switching to a specialized card, one that hyper-rewards a specific category like online shopping, she could be earning 4 miles for that exact same dollar. We're talking more than triple the rewards with 0 extra spending. So what did she do? She ditched her one-size-fits-all card for a small portfolio of 3 specialized cards. Now she has one just for online shopping, another one just for gas, and a third for when she's eating out or traveling. By just using the right card for the right purchase, she makes sure every single dollar is earning at its absolute maximum potential. All right, so once you've got the basics down, you can move on to the really powerful stuff. These are the advanced pro-level tactics that people use to just skyrocket their progress and earn flights faster than you'd even think is possible. The single fastest way to rack up a ton of miles? Chasing sign-up bonuses. I mean it. Banks will literally give you a huge one-time gift of points. We're talking 5 or even 6 figures, just for getting a new card and hitting a certain spending target in the first few months.
Now, that leads some people to this high-risk strategy called churning. That's where they constantly open new cards just to get the bonus, and then they cancel them right away. But a big word of warning here, the banks have caught on, and if they think you're doing this, they can shut down all your accounts and even blacklist you. It's a risky game.
A much smarter and safer pro move is to use bill payment services. These are basically middleman platforms that let you pay for things that normally don't earn you any rewards, like your insurance or your utility bills, with your credit card. For a tiny fee, you suddenly turn all that dead spending into super valuable miles. And check out this clever tactic, using buy now, pay later strategically. And no, this is not about going into debt. This is about gaming the system. See, a lot of those specialized cards have a monthly cap on how many bonus miles you can earn. So if you're buying a $3,000 laptop, you can use BNPL to split it into 3 $1,000 payments. That way, you stay under the bonus cap each month and you maximize your rewards on the whole purchase. So when you boil it all down, this isn't some battle between saving and spending. True financial mastery, true savvy, comes from combining these two playbooks. It's about being super conscious of your daily costs, like a saver, while also being strategic enough to maximize the value of every dollar you spend, just like a spender. So now you've got the strategies. The real question is, which playbook are you? Are you ready to take on that daily budget challenge? Or is it time to optimize your wallet for maximum rewards? Think about it. What's the one small move you can make today that'll help you stretch your dollar even further tomorrow?